Hi folks, welcome again to the channel. Juan here from Physical Media EU. Today we're going to do another 4K review, in this case the Back to the Future Trilogy in this 40th anniversary release. Hello again and thanks for tuning in for another review. So I was saying, today we're going to check out this boxed release of the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future. But before we start, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, if you're interested in physical media, especially Blu-ray reviews. And besides that, you can also find me on Instagram, which has the same handle, Physical Media EU. Now yes, we can begin by taking a look at this new release of Back to the Future for their 40th anniversary. And this is a box set that includes all the movies. Here you can see the spine and the back. Now it's a good time to pause the video if you want to read this more in detail, but here you have a description of the trilogy, of course, as well as some technical details about the discs. Now, taking a look again at the front, here you can see the badge for the 40th anniversary. And now if we take out the movies, you can see here, you can see there is a not very sturdy carton, but the print quality is actually very nice. It has shiny finish, as you can see there, and it's very easy to get fingerprints on that. There you kind of can see them on the video, but I cannot see them in person myself. So even though it is quite thin, it looks pretty nice, I think. Now moving on to the movies, here are the standard 4K cases. And the first thing I want to say about this is that even though these are standard cases, they are like good quality. Like if you can see, the corners are well rounded, there's no sharp edges anywhere. The plastic that protects the covers is very clear and it feels very smooth on the hand. So even though these are basically standard releases, the quality of these cases is quite good. So let's take a look at the first of the movies. Here you can see the traditional cover and here the back. I know this can be a little hard to read on the video, so that's why I post these things on Instagram later on. You can find the link in the description. And now if we open this one up, we find the 3 discs. Here is the 4K, now the 2 Blu-rays, the first one with the movie and some bonus features, and then this dedicated bonus features disc. Besides that, all the movies can redeem digitally. So on the other side of this pamphlet, there is the code that you use to redeem all 3 movies. You cannot redeem this individually, they all redeem together. Now moving on to the second movie, also very nice traditional cover here. Here you have the back, and this one different than the other two. This one includes only 2 discs, so 4K and Blu-ray. The Blu-ray has several bonus features as well, but I find a little confusing this being the only of the 3 movies included here that doesn't have a dedicated bonus features disc. Lastly, Back to the Future 3, again, the original cover here looks very nice with these high quality cases, I think I can say. And if we open up, we find the 4K disc here, and then on the other side of the tray, the Blu-ray disc there, and on the other side, the bonus features disc. So moving on to the contents of the disc, the first thing you want to know is that this is the same transfer as before for the 4Ks, so the same as in the 35th anniversary release. And this is not a downside by any means, because the transfer is actually quite good. In my opinion, the movies look very good, 3 of them, but it's nowhere near reference quality. To my taste, the grain in all 3 transfer is too fine. I wish it was a little bit thicker, and I also thought that the edges were not as sharp as I would have liked to. But of course, this has been extremely picky and is something very personal to our own taste. But having said that, the movies look great and is a very enjoyable experience. And also important to note that all the 3 movies have Dolby Vision with Dolby Atmos soundtracks. Now moving on to the bonus features. As you saw, there are 2 extra discs dedicated to bonus features, so this box set is packed of bonus features. Even that second disc of the second movie also has a lot of bonus features, including one that was my favorite, is the Professor Michio Kaku. You might know him from his history channel, and it's not the Greek guy, it's this guy here, who is also a futurologist and has very interesting books. In this bonus feature, that if I'm not wrong, is something around 8 minutes, so not super long, but it's fine, I guess. He mentions why Back to the Future gets right this time traveling thing. So I found that one pretty interesting, but it's also because I follow Michio Kaku for many years ago. Another important thing to mention about the bonus features is that there are some additional new bonus features that are new to this 40th anniversary release. So I think that's a big point in favor of this box set. But if you already have the box set for the 35th anniversary release, for example, and you're interested in the new bonus features, then you don't need to get the 4K box set. Maybe you are fine with the Blu-ray box set. And lastly, an important thing to mention is that this is not the only release for the 40th anniversary. The 3 movies have been released as separated steelbooks. You can see the image here around me. They all look super good, I think, but they come with an elevated price tag. Besides that, they are also not that easy to get. They sold out in many websites. I think that eventually they will restock, but at the moment, since they just came out, they are a little hard to get. Besides that, there is a deluxe collector's edition. You can see the photo up here. Of course, I don't have that one. It costs around $150, but just look how many cool things it includes. Definitely, that's the best release, in my opinion, of these ones, but for the price of this one, I think it is a very good choice. You get 3 standard releases, but they are very nice. Especially if it's the first time you get this trilogy in 4K, I think this is a very good starting point. That's all for the review. I hope you liked it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, remember to check out on Instagram for detailed photos of the release, also from previous reviews. And before I go, I would like to ask you if you already own this trilogy or you're planning to add it to your collection, or maybe it's just not your thing. But if you already have them, I would love to hear which one is your favorite. Now, yes, thank you so much for watching and see you all at Okie Dogs.